Can you dive into how FINEOS's structure around AI and machine learning, the options, the policies, the configurability address the fears that both Patricia and Allison have shared?
Yeah, I think we're quite lucky in FINEOS in terms of where we were positioned when, I guess, the GenAI explosion, the broader AI explosion happened. We've come from a provider that did on-prem systems, and we went and reached out and took those systems into the cloud under our stewardship. And with that, we built a lot of causes, a lot of muscles in the organization around taking on risks that we previously didn't take on, which is running very large loads of extremely sensitive information and working with carriers to understand what does it mean to be on the cloud, what does it mean for your data, what does it mean for the trust that you have to put in us as your solution vendor, your own processes for doing the kinds of things that were a lot easier to do on-prem around access to data and floating information around your internal ecosystem, that we have to all be a lot more careful and deliberate and diligent about in the cloud world. And it was a risk. It was a huge risk for insurance organizations at the time to go jump into the cloud with all of our data, all of our precious customer data that sits in a secure room over here that we know exactly where it is. And now it's in the cloud. Like, what's it doing up there? But insurers are, people we work with, we consider to be quite smart, and they know a good risk from a bad risk. And I think we're coming down the same road again with AI, where it is a big risk. It is something that's new and different, and especially in the GenAI space, there's a lot of unknowns. But again, insurers recognize the value in it, and we're really happy to work with them on a cross-organizational level. So you'll see on the call here, obviously we've got compliance expertise, sales who are talking about compliance, the AI person talking about compliance and marketing, and we're all very much in that world. We'll bring legal and finance and contractual. Our execs are getting educated on all of this stuff and they're becoming experts on it. And all of our teams that think security, that think compliance constantly. Often in the absence world, it's responding to compliance and regulation as opposed to preempting it. In the claims world, it's more broad regulation, and you get more broad concepts and principles that you have to live by, as opposed to the more well-defined absence compliance type rules, because it's a compliance product. And in the AI world, as Trish and Alison have outlined, the regulators they're keeping up and they're trying to stay ahead of the AI, but it's an impossible job to do. And we go back to our fundamentals and our foundations and our risk management and everything that got us to the cloud with our customers. Go back and do those things again. So everything goes through your security review. Anything we're doing on legal compliance, we bring in all of our expertise and all of the muscle that we've built there through contractual, legal, finance, risk management. And it's a full court press from the whole FINEOS organization. It's like, I try to lead out our product AI development, and it'd be much easier if I could just work with my development team and build products and release them, but that's not how we do it. It's like, think about what you want to do, work with your compliance folks, work with your risk folks, go and do it, have them review it, try to release it, have everybody review it again, try to contract for it, try to sell it, have everyone back in on that. And it's all required, it's all necessary, because each of those, I don't really see them as much as stage gates I have to get through, but they're value add steps on the way to releasing something that is robust enough that somebody in the market can actually take. Again, we're working with smart people. They're not going to take anything from us that has come out of a little lab that 5 people have worked on and tell them is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like, well, can you make sure it looks and feels and acts in nearly as high a standard as your traditional Java code that goes A, B, C, D?